Hello everyone and welcome to another chess video about the Montreal Open tournament. Today I will show you the third round when I played as black against Huyun Hup Hong He with rating of 1400. It's not a big number, but nevertheless the game was pretty much interesting. So she started with d4 and I answered e6. After the few moves developing our pieces, she plays the Catalan opening, which I pretty much like as black. So I play c6 and after bishop g2 I take on c4. She tries to attack the pawn, but I protect it with b5. That's the variation I play. After a4, I play bishop b7 to put an opponent's bishop to some pressure. She castles and I play knight d7, protecting the e5 square. After e4, this is the compensation white gets for sacrificing the pawn. I play bishop e7, preparing my development. After bishop f4, I play h6, not letting her pieces to go to g5. And after rook d1, I simply castle. She plays knight e5, and here I take on e5, not afraid of rook on d1. If she takes with a pawn, with a double attack, I simply block with knight d7, and after queen d2, I play knight c5, and then queen c7, and my pieces are coordinated very well, and here I will have a big advantage. So she took with the bishop, and I play a6, protecting my pawn. Playing rook e8 was premature because she could take on f6, then play e5 and win the pawn on b5 using the pin on the bishop. So that's why I play a6. And the best chance for white, I think, was to take on f6 anyway, because after I take e5, she takes on a5, and after a takes b5, yes, I have one pawn up, but my b7 bishop is blocked and I have a weak c6 pawn, and she has some compensation. But she played knight c3 attacking the pawn, and I played queen b6. Again, playing rook e8 was not a good move because she takes on f6, plays the same move e5, then takes on b5 and takes with the knight, with the same ideas. So I play queen b6 protecting my pawn. I spent 40 minutes on these two moves, but those are the best moves in this position, so I am very glad I did so. After queen e2, I could have played rook d8, and here was an interesting variation. a5, bishop c7, she sacrifices the pawn on d4, but plays bishop b6, and after exchange on d1 and queen b8, f4, white starts an attack against black, whose position is cramped. But I decided not to play that. I played rook e8. She takes on f6, which here is probably already not the best. After e5, I play bishop e7 back, and she plays queen g4, somewhere threatening to attack my king, because no one is protecting him. So I play rook d8 attacking the pawn, and here she probably should have gone back to protecting the d4 pawn, but she goes knight e4. She wants to put a fork on f6, and of course I cannot take on d4. After exchange, she plays knight f6, winning my queen. But instead of all that, I simply play king f8, which I prepared in advance, and here she already is in a big trouble. The best chance for her was to return to c3, protecting the pawn, but after that I simply double my rooks on the d file, and I'm already winning here. But she continues her attack, plays queen h5, I take on d4, and knight d6, threatening checkmate. Obviously I can take on d6, she takes, and she probably thought that I would play rook d8, after exchange on d4, rook d1, and queen b6. Here white maintains a lot of compensation for the pawn. And if I take on b2, if I am greedy, she can play queen c5, threatening d7 discovered check. And if I block, then queen a7 and queen b8, and she goes inside, and white wins here. But instead of all that, I prepared an exchange sacrifice, rook d5. She has no other option, she has to take, and now after c takes d5, we can look at this position. It's a very beautiful position for black, because all of 8 pawns are on the board, they all stand beautifully, my bishop is very strong, her d6 pawn is going to fall, so black is already winning here. She plays queen h4, gives up her d6 pawn, and finally she opens up one vertical. She takes on b5, queen d4, but now e5. I simply march forward. Queen a7 attacking the bishop, but queen c6, and now this battery is already loaded. She gives a check, my king goes back to g8. Now there is nothing that threatens him there. She blocks with f3, but d4. I open up my queen and bishop diagonal. She plays rook f1, attacking, defending the pawn, but now the last word says my rook. I play rook e8, attacking the queen and the rook. After she retreats, I exchange on e1 and take on f3. And in this position, with unavoidable checkmate, she resigned. So it was a very beautiful game. I played very positionally and very interesting. I think it might be interesting to learn this game. So if you like it, like and subscribe, and see you in the next videos. Bye.